Hi, I'm Heidi Swapp, and this is Create to Remember. And today we're going to get our fingers dirty, which I love. Inky, not really dirty. I guess it's different, right? I want to talk to you and demonstrate how amazing the Glimmer Mist products and the Glam paint products from Tattered Angels work on wood. Because sometimes I think that wood seems a little intimidating or off limits, but Pink Paisley has created this line of products that is designed specifically to go with the mist and the paints. And so just take a look over here at this album cover that I've created. This is how it started. Blank slate, just so sad and needing color, right? And then I just popped it with a bunch of color and paint products, ink and glitter. And so I'm going to take you through exactly what it takes to make this. It might seem like that looks like it took a long time, and you would be surprised at how fast it goes. So we'll just start with the cover. When you buy this, the book comes with 2 wood covers and a whole bunch of pages on the inside, and then 3 bookbinding rings. So it's a great value and pretty much everything that you need to make an album, except for the pretty stuff. All right, so I have 2 different paint products. One is called Glimmer Glaze and one is called Glimmer Glam. The difference is that the glaze just has that beautiful shimmer glimmer that Tattered Angels is known for. And this has the glimmer and glitter. So it's 2 different things. They're both a paint, and they're also kind of, I tell people it's kind of like a Mod Podge, kind of like a runny colored Mod Podge, because it's also a sealant and a resist. So I'm actually going to start out with this one. This is called Sugarcane. It's a light off, kind of a wooden color, and I'm using a fan brush, and I'm just going to paint it right on to the surface of my wood. And everywhere that I paint it is going to create a resist for the color. So you just want to kind of keep that in mind as you paint it on, and you can do it kind of randomly. I like to do it around the edges, and a little goes a long way. Oh, look at that! I got some flicks on there. That'll look cool. All right, so that's the glaze, and that's going to be my first layer. Now I'm going to use this screen, or it's called a misting mask, and you can see that it has this really cool pattern. And I'm going to lay that right on top of the wood, and I'm going to take my Glimmer Mist, and I'm using aquamarine. It's an addiction color right now, and I'm just going to mist it right over the top of the misting mask. Now notice that my arm is moving as I'm misting, and I'm getting the mist all over the surface of the wood. And then I'm going to take a paper towel, and I'm just going to kind of rub it across the top of the mask so that I can pick up the excess. And then when I lift it, you can see that it has that really cool pattern. Now for me, it doesn't have to be perfect. And when you're working with Glimmer Mist or misting products, it's better if you don't have perfection as your expectation. It's supposed to be fun, and it's supposed to be artistic and easy. Now, I didn't want the pattern to be quite so intense, so I'm just going to lightly go over it with a little bit more color to fill in just a little bit. All right, now that's about the color that I want. Now I can mist on lots of different things, and I'm going to go ahead and totally mist up this piece of silk ribbon. This ribbon is made by May Arts, and this one is 1.5 inches thick. And it just beautifully soaks up the Glimmer Mist. And I'm misting on a craft mat. And see, I just am kind of rubbing the ribbon even around in my little excess so that I can make sure that I get my ribbon covered. And then after I do that, I kind of like to flatten it out between my fingers. And then I'll set it aside to dry for a minute. It dries really fast. So I'll just kind of set it aside. Okay, so now I have this beautiful color, And you can see that the color has resisted where I put the sugarcane glaze, and so it kind of looks old and distressed, which I love. And now I'm going to go in and add just a little bit of inking. And I like to add a little bit of black around the edges. It's really easy. Kind of, again, gives us kind of a burned, aged look. And then I'm even going to go in and add some brown. Now the brown I'll let come in a little bit further. And so I kind of get a two-toned burned effect when I add the brown. Okay, beautiful, love it. Now the next thing that I want to do is add a little bit of character stamping to this. I like a little extra texture and dimension. So I've got a couple stamps here that I really like. This one's my crackle stamp, and I joke because it's kind of like crack. It's very addictive, and once you get going with the crackle stamp, it's hard to stop. So I'm doing a little crackling around the edges. And then, you know, here's a little tip for you. If you have those stamps that are like your go-to stamps and you're using them all the time and you find yourself like flicking through your drawer and looking all over for your clear stamps, I like to put them on this stand. It's an acrylic stand that I just got at the craft store, and it just makes it really easy for me to grab the stamps that I want and add them very quickly to my project. Okay, now this one happens just to be from the Nantucket. Oh, I put it upside down. That will bug me. Sorry, please hold. This one's from the Nantucket by Pink Paisley collection. And I'm just gonna add in, look at how fun that little texture. This is a great stamp. I use it a lot. Just a little bit of text kind of adds in there, and maybe I'll even add this border. This is from the Daily Junk collection from House of Three, and this border is like one of my all-time favorites. So I'm using a Tim Holtz grid stamping block so that I can put my entire stamp on there, and it also helps me line it up, which sometimes I do a good job and sometimes I don't. And sometimes, you know, what you get is what you get. Okay, so now the last thing I'm going to do, you see I've got beautiful color and I've got this distressed look, but now I need sparkle. Every girl needs a little sparkle. And I'm going to take, this is the Glam, and it is full, I don't know, can you zoom in and see that? Probably, if I turn it a little bit in the light, you can see all of that glitter on there. It comes in lots of different colors, and I am just gonna douse this thing with this beautiful sparkle. What it's gonna do is give me a nice sparkly finish. It's also gonna seal the color, and it's going to give me a very complete and finished surface. Now that I have my album all decorated, I can go in with some of these wood shapes, and you can see here on my finished product that I added the Explorer and I added the Seahorse, and here's where I added that beautiful ribbon that has now been dyed exactly to go with my album, which is what I love about Glimmer Mist, is that you can just coordinate all of the colors and you can really make it the color that speaks to you the most, because I think if anything, color is one of the most inspiring things for me. All right, so hopefully you've gotten a little vision of how quickly you can do something very artistic and beautiful using glam and glaze, a little bit of Glimmer Mist, and some wood. So it's a fun thing to experiment with. That's it for today. I hope that you'll join me next time, and until then, make pretty stuff.